welcome to my channel, Gracie's Goose. Today I am going to teach you how to make lettuce wraps. And not only are they amazing, but they're also low calorie, they're budget friendly, and you're gonna want to just keep making this over and over. Ooh, ooh, lettuce wraps, ooh, ooh. Get started. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do, because we are going to have a little side with this rice, and yes, I do love my rice. So the next thing we are going to work on is, and you have to get these done beforehand, because once your lettuce wraps are ready, you want to have your garnishes ready, so all you have to do is top them off and you're ready to eat. So real simple. So we are going to chop up some green onions here, and I'm just going to cut these tops off a little bit here real quick. Okay, and you want to chop these pretty thin. Your onions are all chopped and nice and fine, which is what you want, and then you're going to grab a plastic bag, because we are going to, I suppose you could chop up your peanuts with your knife, but I like to do it this way. This is a cup of peanuts into the bag. Bing, bang, boom. Right in there. Okay. Kind of spread them out. And then I'll get my little, I want to use the flat side of this. Otherwise, if you use this part, it'll put little holes in your bag, and then your nuts will be coming out. Okay, so that's what you're gonna have. Okay, then, see, no holes. And then you're gonna just pour them into a bowl. Okay, so that's that. Those are your garnishes, and we got your rice cooking away. So the next thing we're gonna do is we are going to start browning up your ground beef, which I have 3 pounds here. This is 80-20, and the reason why I use 80-20 is because even though I'm trying to watch my little figure here, I like some fat in my meat because it provides a lot of flavor, okay? So 80-20, and we're gonna drain off the fat too. So we wanna kind of start your ground beef going here, okay? So get that going. Make sure after you handle your meat, you always wash your hands so you don't have any cross-contamination. Okay, so you want to just kind of break up your meat. I like to use these kind of wooden spoons that kind of are flat. They look like little spatulas. Okay, and then I'm going to show you another little tip that I do too, but that's once the meat starts browning up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to let that brown up and let that do its thing over here, and then we're going to come over here, and we're going to come over to our half a head of cabbage. And I like to cut the half a head in half because it's easier to work with, because you are going to be making small pieces of cabbage, because remember, this is going into a lettuce wrap, so you don't want big chunks of anything in here. You know, all has to be really small. So I cut the cabbage like this into strips, and then I turn it on its side, and then I do little bits like this, and then I'm gonna come back and do another chop through it just to make sure it's all small enough. So, like that. Okay, so now you've got, see the small little bits here? Okay. All right, then I'm gonna just kind of go back over with my knife like this. Bigger cutting board. I got cabbage overboard here. Okay, so there we go. So just about like that is good, because as your cabbage cooks, it will get smaller anyway. So then into the bowl it goes. Ooh, smelling cabbage. Okay, and then we're gonna come back and do this other half a head here. Same thing. Okay, so the cabbage is all done. That's about the size you want. And then we're gonna do our carrots, which I've already peeled. And I'm gonna get my little trusty grater out here. A lot of you guys have box graters, which will work fine too. I just happen to like my little antique grater over here. So we're gonna be shredding both carrots now into the cabbage. Carrots are all shredded up in our cabbage. So, that over here. And our ground beef is browning up nicely. And when it gets to this point where you're starting to see it brown a little bit, it doesn't have to be totally done. This is the little tip I wanted to share with you. What I do to break it up is I just take a regular potato masher like this and I just mash my ground beef. And it makes nice little pieces, which is what we want. So mash it up like that. We'll let it cook a little bit more, and then I'll mash it again. Okay, but it's coming along nicely. Get that out of there. Get out of there. Get. On all our... Almost dropped that. Our red bell pepper. Next thing. And you have to make sure that you do it in this sequence. I mean, you know, your cabbage and your bell peppers, because that's the first thing that's going to go into the frying pan, because those are going to take just a little bit longer to fry than your zucchini. So your zucchini will be the last thing going in. And again, your bell pepper, cut up small little bits. A lot of this recipe, the time is just a lot of chopping. So think of it as, whoops, I almost cut my finger there. Ooh, that would have sucked. Okay, so just like that. You see any big chunks? Boom, 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 boom. Into the bowl. I like to cut both top and bottom, then I slice down the middle, take your seeds out, and a little bit of this white membrane here. That all needs to come away. Okay, and then small little bits on your bell pepper. And look at that beautiful red color. Oh, I just want to bite you. You got your cabbage, your carrots, and your red bell pepper. So let's go back over here and check on our beef. And as you can see, it's pretty well browned already. And I know you're thinking, what, no spices or nothing? Yes, we will add a few little things. You gotta have patience. I know you guys are just dying to do this recipe. Oh, ground beef overboard. Okay, so like I said, just use your potato masher. You'll save a lot of time rather than trying to chop up 3 pounds of ground beef just like this. Is so boring. Okay, so you want to be able to do it quick. Yep. Okay, so after you see, this is what you want. Little tiny pieces of ground beef about that size. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to strain the fat out. Get it all in the bowl. So we do have the fat still in there, but we don't want all that fat because, you know, it's going to wind up right here. So we don't want that. Okay, so then we're going to start frying up our vegetables. And I just do a little squirt of olive oil there. And put all our veggies in, what we have so far chopped. Okay, I'm going to put this on medium. Okay, now this is where I put a little bit of pepper, which I like to keep in here all ground up because I'm a pepper freak. I just love pepper. Okay, and if you guys like it spicy, you can actually put a little bit of red chili flake, but I'm not going to do it right now because my granddaughter's here and I don't think she's going to like it like hot and spicy like that. So anyway, so put some pepper in. I don't put salt because we're going to be using teriyaki sauce, which already has salt. So I don't want to over salt things. So you just want to get it in the pan with your pepper and just kind of make sure everything's coated up with that oil. Okay, so you're going to leave that sitting there on medium heat. And then let's go over here and we're going to get our zucchinis going, which I don't know why I have two. There's only one in this recipe. I don't know. So you want to chop the summer squash, the ends off like this. Now I like to chop it in half. Good thing my finger wasn't in there, huh? And then I just kind of cut into this because this is tougher than this, and I don't like mush, so I actually just discard this. You could save it if you want to put it in soup or whatever, but I don't like mush. I like my vegetables to be a little crispy and chunky. Or, I'm sorry, not chunky, crispy in my lettuce wraps. So again, that's the last of the summer squash. And let's come back over here. We want to give our mixture a little stir. Make sure it's all getting cooked. Doesn't that look pretty, all those colors? That's another reason why I use the summer squash too, because the yellow with the red and the green, it's just a beautiful looking dish. Okay, now that that's had a little stir, then we come back over here and we do our zucchini. Ends off, and same thing. Alright, that's the last of the zucchini. And right about when you do that will be when it's ready to be added into your cabbage and carrots and bell pepper. So then you want to give that a nice little stir, and I like to turn it up on high at this point. Get that nice sizzle. Okay. So then, while that's cooking away, we're going to come over here and you're going to be serving it up on butter lettuce, which is a living lettuce because it always has the root. Lasts longer that way. And these just make really nice little lettuce cups. And what I do is I just tear that little nub off like that. Okay, so your butter lettuce is done. So we will come back over here. Give this another quick stir. Now remember, you don't want your vegetables all mushy, because when you bite into these, you want like a little bit of a crunch. So now would be the time that you want to add in your drained ground beef, just like that. And at this point is where I add a little bit more flavoring to the whole dish, which I use teriyaki sauce. And I just love these little squirt bottles. I mean, I don't know whoever invented these things, but they are just so great. They're really good for decorating your plate, adding flavor to different things. So I would probably say with this dish, I'm probably, you know, mixing in maybe a quarter of a cup of teriyaki sauce. Because you want to give a little bit more flavor to everything. But doesn't that look so good already? So delicious. Yum-o. Okay, so this is done. And we're going to need a little serving spoon here. Put that in there. Now, right when this is done, it's been about 20 minutes, so my rice is done. Okay, you can take any shape that you want, but this just makes a very pretty presentation. So you just want to spray your, oh, look what I did. Hazel! Is the maid off today? Just kidding. I'm the maid. Okay, so this is a regular cookie cutter, so you want to set it on the plate. And then you're going to scoop some of your rice inside there. And I picked out this nice little heart shape here. Because all my dishes are made with love. So you just want to put the rice in. And I got a little knife here to scrape that off. And like I said, in my other presentations, whenever you're doing rice into any kind of mold, you want to make sure you pack it down like so. Nice smooth finish on the top. And you know what? I'll probably put the heart this way. So let me just smooth it a little bit more, like that. And then you just lift up. And you've got a very pretty little heart-shaped serving of rice. Okay, so now we're gonna serve up the lettuce wraps, and you want to take your lettuce and put them on the plate, kind of shake off any excess water there. And then you're gonna come on over here, and we're gonna serve this up. We're gonna take nice, healthy helpings of this deliciousness and place it right into your lettuce cups like that. You always want to make sure you have nice pretty plates because we always eat with our eyes first. Okay, and here I dropped some. Oops. Okay, so then you can get a close-up of that. Then you want to take some of your, oh, I'm sorry, our garnishes. I almost forgot the garnishes. Okay, so you want to take a little bit of your green onion and you want to sprinkle it on top of each lettuce wrap, like so. You know, depending on how much you like. If you really like onion, put on more. That's about how much I like. And then we take our peanuts and we sprinkle some peanuts over. Just like that. And then I like to take my teriyaki sauce and I like to just go over the whole plate because I just think it makes it look so pretty. Just putting a little extra on each one because I love teriyaki sauce. And there you have it. Let's go ahead and taste this. So, might be a little hot. And these can be messy, you know, but hey, Whoppers are messy and they're delicious, right? I don't want to talk with my mouth full, but if you like my recipes, please join my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button.